What's up, y'all? Here to do step 12. Thank you all for being here. Share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment as we begin step 12. Excuse me. Haven't had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps. We try to carry this message to addicts and to practice these principles in all our affairs. When we came to NA as a result of the wreckage of our past, the last thing we expected was an awakening of the spirit. We just wanted to stop hurting. The steps lead to an awakening of a spiritual nature. This awakening is evidenced by changes in our lives. These changes make us better able to live by spiritual principles and to carry our message of recovery and hope to the addict who still suffers. The message, however, is meaningless unless we live it. As we live it, our lives and actions give it more meaning than our words and literature ever could. The idea of a spiritual awakening takes many different forms in the different personalities that we find in the fellowship. However, all spiritual awakenings have some things in common. Common elements include an end to loneliness and a sense of direction in our lives, newness, as you begin this journey. You find a reason to want to live again. Many of us believe that a spiritual awakening is meaningless unless accompanied by an increase in peace of mind and a concern for others. It will no longer be just about me, but it's my responsibility to keep my peace. Um, I will no longer go in those strange places anymore, be around a negative environment, don't put myself in harm's way. And I keep doing what the program suggests. Those of us who have worked these steps to the best of our ability receive many benefits. We believe that these benefits are a direct result of living this program. When we first begin to enjoy relief from our addiction, we run the risk of assuming control of our lives again. We forget the agony and pain that we have known. Our disease controlled our lives when we were using. It is ready and waiting to take over again. We quickly forget that all of our past efforts at controlling our lives failed. By this time, most of us realize that the only way that we can keep what was given to us is by sharing this new gift with the still suffering addict. This is our best insurance against relapse to the torturous existence of using. We call it carry the message, and we do it in a number of ways. This, in this 12th step, we practice the spiritual principle of giving the NA message of recovery in order to keep it. Even a member with one day in the NA fellowship can carry the message that this program works. When we share with someone new, we may ask to be used as a spiritual instrument of our higher power. We don't set up, selves up as gods. We often ask for the help of another recovering addict. When sharing with a new person, it is privileged to respond to a cry for help. We who have been in the pits of despair feel fortunate to help others find recovery. We help new people learn the principles of Narcotics Anonymous. We try to make them we try to make them feel welcome and help them learn what the program has to offer. We share our experience, strength, and hope wherever possible. We accompany newcomers to a meeting. The selfless service of this work is the very principle of step 12. We receive our recovery from the God of our understanding. We now make ourselves available to his tool to share recovery with those who seek it. Most of us learn that we can only carry our message to someone who is asking for help. Sometimes the only message necessary is to make the suffering addict reach out is the power of example, being a beacon of light, that example, living the NA program. Let them see the light in you. Let them see the change in you. Um, Not just speaking it, but living it. As you learning to help others is a benefit of Narcotics Anonymous program. Remarkably, working the step guides us from humiliation and despair to acting as instruments of our higher power. We are giving the ability to help a fellow addict when no one else can. We see it happening among us every day. This miraculous turnabout is evident of spiritual awakening. We share from our personal experience what it has been like for us. The temptation to give advice is great, but when we do so, we lose the respect of newcomers. This clouds our message. We simple this clouds our message. A simple, honest message of recovery from addiction rings true. We attend meetings and make ourselves visible and available to serve the fellowship. We give freely and gratefully of our time, service, and what we have found here. The service we speak of in Narcotics Anonymous is the primary purpose of our groups. Service work is carrying the message to the addict who still suffers. The more eagerly we wade in and work, the richer our spiritual awakening will be. The first way that we carry the message speaks for itself. People see us on the street and remember us as devious, frightened loners. They notice the fear leaving our faces. They see us gradually coming alive. Once we find the NA way, boredom and complacency have no place in our new life. By staying clean, we begin to practice spiritual principles such as hope, surrender, acceptance, honesty, open-mindedness, open-mindedness, willingness, faith, tolerance, patience, and humility, unconditional love, sharing, and caring. This is what the 12 step program has to offer. The spiritual awakening, you open your heart and your mind up to be that beacon of light, that God let Him use you, removing you out of the way and doing His will, following good, orderly direction, but also taking care of yourself as well. Do what you need to do for you as well. Um, this program is a great freedom. It's a new way of life, and it truly, truly works. Okay, so the cards I have for this 12 step, and the card that came out is self discovery, the quickening of personal growth, release and renewal, self care. It's a lot of healing as we look at the records of our past and acknowledge it, acknowledge our wrongs, and gently giving it to God, and then we put our past behind us and move forward, being used as a vehicle to God's people who are still suffering. And then you have the seven sisters. This card is preparation, and then you become rebalance, open ended potential, rise above the past. The next one was universal love. Nurture yourself as well as others. Acceptance, learning through love. Spirit of the bear. That's what the next one was. It's retreat, solo effort, strength, and vulnerability. I allow myself to be vulnerable at times. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable or showing vulnerability. Sometimes I'm um, not going to be strong all the time. Things will occur in my life, but I've learned to feel the hurt, the emotions that's running wild within me without a drink or a drug. Life is going to happen. Stand fast and tall. God got your back, and He'll put people, places, and things to help you along the way. And then there's oftentimes, sometimes it might be just you and God. We also have self-love. Cherish yourself. Be true to you. Your needs are important. All right. Then the throat chakra came out. And the throat chakra represents there's going to be times where you have to speak up. Choose your words wisely. Truth through love. Beautiful. Then we have the heart chakra. The heart chakra represents healing grace, forgiveness, and compassion. Sacral chakra. Courageous living, determination, create from passion. Thank you guys. I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening. My prayers are with you. I humbly ask that you subscribe, share, and comment. I'm always open for feedback. I thank God for using me as a vessel to speak my truth. I am human. I had lots of trials and tribulations. And I'm here to tell you, I used, after 20 something years, I took a drink of alcohol, but I quickly got back up. I didn't worry about saving my face. I was more concerned about saving my behind, coming back, starting all over again. It didn't matter because people was going to judge. And I knew that God had my back and it was okay. I didn't stay out there and I'm still here. Thank you, Lord, for that for that um, saving grace. And thank you for keeping your hands upon me. I thank you that I didn't go to anything else, like back to the smoking the crack or sniffing the dope again. My clean time changed, yes, but I still have the knowledge and it is okay. Thank you. Peace. See you in the next um, message that I'll come for. Tomorrow it probably will be just some uplifting and encouraging before we go into traditions. Peace. Love you. Sending lots of love and light. Peace.